Guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019. Here we are back in our Rags2Riches hardcore series back at Somerset Farms. Last episode I did a few time lapses at the end, and I've got a few more jobs that we need to do. Have a look at our job board. We've got another 4 fertilizing jobs. There's a few more that have just popped up as well. Another 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these guys I think we need to accept. I think we do. Let me have a look at this. I need to write these guys down on our little sheet here. 26, 31, 44, and 49. Alright, let's accept all of these fertilizing jobs. 26. Man, there you go. Look at that. We've got heaps. I've got a few that we've completed, so let's complete these guys. We're now up to $37,911, so that is pretty bloody good. We're slowly getting a decent amount of money, so that's good to see. Field 41 and 44, 49, so we can do 44 and 41 first, because they're just like right here. Still not sure what Mike wants to do with this field yet. He really hasn't said, so I'm just leaving it empty for him, and I guess he's gonna decide what he wants to do with it. He said he might allow someone else to come in and work on it as they want. He's just asked me just to leave it as it is, so I guess that's what we'll do. We won't worry about it too much. Unfortunately, we've got to drive over this field to get through here. That gate, we'll leave that open. I normally go through and shut them as we go through, but you can leave it open because you should come out. Actually, no, we probably won't come back out that way, but that's fine. We can shut that later in the day when we head back there anyway. So luckily enough, we don't need to have care wheels to do this sort of stuff. We just need to have a sprayer, which is the main thing. Right, so these fields are still a little bit all over the shop at the moment. I'm hoping the mod creator is going to come through and just touch up these fields a little bit and update the map, but not make it so we have to start a new game. That'd be a little bit annoying if we do. Right, so I'll do a decent run around the outside, and then we'll come back through the middle and start spreading as well, or start spraying I should say. So field 44 is the one we're on now, so I can cross that off our list. Field 41 is the one we're going to go to next, after this field. And then we'll work our way around the map back to home, I guess. I'm not sure if we're going to need to potentially purchase some more liquid fertilizer or not. I'm not 100% sure yet. I've spoke to the shop owner as well and let him know that we're looking at trying to fix up our tractor a little bit to get the front end of this thing put back together to try and cover this engine up. That way we don't end up having too much crop and whatever else getting stuck in there and causing some dramas. So he said he'll have a look around, see what he can find. He should be able to find the parts reasonably easily. Now it's a decent old tractor, but it's not short on finding parts anywhere, so he said we should be okay. So fingers crossed he can find something for us. Alright, so we'll get this field done. As I said, we'll head down to field 41. I think I'm going to purchase field 45 or field 44 when we're ready to purchase a field. Field 45 is 66,000 I think. Field 44 is in the high 50s. I think field 45 would be the best. I've spoken to the shop owner as well. Let him know we're going to need a harvester eventually. He said that he does know of someone that has like an old bison harvester laying around back of one of their farms somewhere. He said roughly about 30 odd thousand for the harvester plus headers if we want them. He said probably about 55 to 60,000 all up for the whole package with you know, the harvester and a header for just wheat, general crops and that sort of stuff. So, you know, there's not really much point in us buying a field straight away if we can't afford to actually harvest the thing, to buy a harvester. So I did look at these two other fields here, which are a little bit cheaper, but I think this one has sugar beets on it, maybe. Potatoes, and the other one has sugar beets or something, I think. So it's yeah, neither of these fields are really suitable at the moment. We've got no way of harvesting potatoes or sugar beets or anything, so we're a little bit out of luck as far as that goes. Eventually, yes, I'd like to be able to harvest potatoes or sugar beets or something, because we're going to go with the pigs. So eventually we're going to have to do that. But at the moment, obviously, we just can't afford it. So what's this over here? This is sugar beets, yep. So one's potato, one's sugar beets. As I said, unfortunately, we just can't do either at the moment. Let's unfold this and get ready to go. It should be pretty quick, this field. So we've got a heaps to do. Oop. Thought it was unfolded enough. So we've got a heap to do this episode as far as contracts go. We should start seeing a lot more contracts popping up as well, because the people, you know, in the area obviously have heard about us after our good work with a lot of other fields, and they're like, you know, sending through, you know, text messages, ringing through to Mike saying, hey, who's this guy that's new in town, does, you know, a lot of fertilizing, spraying and stuff for fields and stuff. We want to get him out to do a few sprays on our fields and that sort of stuff. And you know, once we get out there and do a few good jobs, the word sort of gets out there and people start to chase us for jobs instead of us chasing them. So we're certainly going to start to find some more jobs coming through, hopefully. Eventually, I'd hope we can get some harvesting jobs too. Obviously, we're going to have to use other people's equipment for the time being, because we don't have any of our own. But those contracts are available. People will allow us to, you know, harvest their fields using their equipment. So those jobs certainly will come up. It's just a matter of time of waiting for all these crops to grow and stuff. So 44, 41, it's our next one. We've got 49, which is over here, 36, which is where there, 31 and 26. So we can do 31 on the way out, I think. Yeah, we'll go down and head down to field 31. As I said, we'll just do a full loop around, I guess. So that's 40 grand. We're nearly up to enough money to pick up our harvester and header. I think we're going to need 55 to 60,000, I think he said, in total. So I'm hoping by next episode we're going to have enough money to be able to purchase that, and at least have that ready to go for when the time comes that we have harvesting jobs become available. I'd rather use our own equipment if we can, than when we actually come through and buy our own fields. I want to use our own stuff, not other people's stuff. So right, so that's field 31 just there. That's our next target. Spraying, I think we've done 32. I think we cultivated that not long ago. Didn't get a lot of seeding jobs come through. I guess our reputation just wasn't quite high enough just yet. So once we get some more spraying and cultivating and potentially even ploughing jobs, people will maybe ask us to come through and do some seeding. We just need to continue to prove ourselves with the locals, and I'm sure a lot more jobs will flow through. There's a few transporting jobs which have become available as well every now and then, but we really don't have any front loading capabilities. We don't really have a decent trailer either. We do have a trailer, but it's more of that log trailer that we've been using, which doesn't really suit carrying pallets and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I guess we need to just focus on what we're doing now and then eventually work through to these other things, transporting jobs and stuff later on, as long as they're, you know, reasonable paying jobs, you know, quick and easy. That's sort of what we're targeting at the moment, because we really need to try and build our bank up quicker than we are at the moment, which is, it's going to take time. It really is. Needs lime. Get rid of that. Get rid of the needs ploughing, just so we can see fertilizing stuff. Alright, let's get that bit done. We need to try and swing around here without hitting this fence. It's quite hard sometimes to actually be able to see where you've already sprayed. So we're on the sort of a right path now. I think we're probably going to overlap a fair bit, especially when it's the fields are this grown. It's really tough to be able to see what the wet dirt underneath the crop, so you sort of know where you've already sprayed. It does make it quite hard, but we overlap a little bit. I'm not too concerned. We're still getting, you know, decent payout per job. So I said next episode, hoping we can pick up our harvester. We're also going to need to talk to the shop owner as well and just let him know that we're also in the market for a grain trailer of some sort, so we can transport the grains and that sort of stuff. So it's, yeah, it's all systems go at the moment. We're certainly progressing reasonably quick. Right, so that's 31 done. Let's go and clear that contract. 17 and 19, which should be down here. So 17 and 19. What have we got? 26 and 36. So 26, I guess, will be our next target. So field 26. Still got plenty of fertilizer in the tank, so it's not like we're running short on anything. Just making sure I've adjusted a few of our mods, just making sure I didn't have the variable spray mod installed. So we go left here, don't we? Yep. Go up here, turn left. We also delivered a whole heap of our silage to, or grass I should say, to the BGA, which I don't think we're being paid for yet. Once that gets processed, the end of tonight, that money will come through, and hopefully that'll be a decent amount for us. I'm not quite sure how much it's going to be, but I'm hoping it's going to be, you know, enough to maybe get us past that harvester and looking at the grain trailer. Don't want anything too massive. We certainly want something with, you know, decent size in it. Maybe something around, you know, 8 to 10,000 litres. Something along those lines would be pretty good. Sort of just need to make sure we're not going backwards and forwards too often with the small trailer, because that's just going to chew into our fuel costs and all that sort of stuff. You can see we've already gone through just over a quarter of a tank already with this tractor. We haven't been using it that long, really, so it doesn't take much for us to chew through that fuel. Alright, let's start to unfold, get ready to go on this field. So what we might do is I might get this field done, time lapse the last 3, I guess, and then hopefully come back next episode and have our harvester, and hopefully potentially have some harvesting jobs available. Guess we're going to have to wait and see. If we quickly look at, no, not tomorrow, there'll be no harvesting tomorrow, but the day after. Potentially, depending on how quickly these guys got these fields planted, should be the end of summer. Will be our first sort of harvesting contracts coming through. If we can talk some people into giving us some harvesting jobs. Obviously that's another thing that Mike's really good for. You know, he's always down at the local having a few beverages with his mates and having a bit of a chat. Now he's retired, he doesn't have to do any farming or anything, so he spends most of his time just down at the pub. having a few drinks and a few pints, and on the weekends down at the local footy field, cheering on the boys. So he certainly knows a lot of people, can get us a lot of work. So we certainly owe a lot of thanks and praise for Mike, I suppose. As I said previously, he was going to give us that $10,000 to clear that field for him, clear those trees, and after working out how much those hardwood trees were worth, like the hardwood was worth, obviously we chose not to take his money because one, he's in retirement, and two, we got a huge payout from those trees, so we really don't have to go chasing him for money. I'd call it even. I wasn't too worried about it. If we had got next to nothing for those trees, I would have been a little bit more concerned, but neither him nor I knew how valuable those trees were going to be. So yeah, if we can get some land with some more decent hardwood trees, the dead hardwood trees, that's going to be perfect. As I said, they want them for their new style of fence posts that they're sort of creating, which are worth a lot more money than the current ones they've got. So yeah, it's going to be quite good if we can get a field with a decent amount of trees on it. Certainly going to help us just bring that cash level up a little bit. It's like all we're doing now is just working, earning, spending, and it's just a constant circle of life at the moment. Boom, there we go. Alright, so we've got, what do we got? 4 to go. Rightio guys, what I'll do is I will head into a time lapse now, so if you guys enjoyed this episode, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far, and if you want to see it continue. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet guys, please do so. It's been Britto, thanks for watching. See you again soon.